tone shift between chapter 1 and 2 is such a PM move. Ah, so you're saying that this is going to be a lot more lighthearted, you'd say. Casino? Oh god. Oh god, I think I see what you guys mean. The bus wasn't all that lively. I could hear Rodia's occasional quips or Heathcliff starting pointless quarrels with someone. Probably Don Quixote or St. Clair. And Ryoshi's demanding a source of heat to light her cigarette, having run out of lighter fluid. Amidst the gripes and disorder, Gregor was pretty much the only sinner I could rely on to willingly turn the mood around. Yeah. But now, he was on the quietest. He was just staring out through the window, seemingly lost in thought. One thing was for sure. If anyone were to blame for trashing the mood on the bus, it'd be Virgilius. The road to the Golden Blow was an awfully arduous one, putting us on the brink of death and some past that several times, not to mention the occasions when we almost ended up unemployed. Yet Virgilius refused to see from our perspective. Given the circumstances, it's only natural for our sinners to be palpably disgruntled. You know, I thought that Virgil would be a little more warming, right? Did he seem more warming to in like Leviathan? The road to the Golden Blow was an arduous. Wait, did I actually say that? Why am I also being called Heisenberg? Excuse me? No, he definitely seemed more warming in Leviathan. He seriously did, right? Not really, considering what happened to him and Levi. Tired of the silent treatment, Ishmael spoke up. Could you tell me where our next destination is now at least? Ah, sorry about that. I was wondering whether briefing the mission to you miscreants would be worth the effort. You're hurting me with your cold shoulder. Don't you know that kids falling behind need more love? And let me plead you not to embarrass me this time. I sure don't want to look like a teacher taking a bunch of grade schoolers out for a picnic. Can you guys hear that in the background? Damn it. Yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry. Not much I could do about that. I apologize. I have high hopes for you in particular, Rodion. You might just make a good guide for this tour. It also means that your first mission was a relatively easy one, yet you somehow snatched defeat from the wide open maws of success. Oh, he's talking so much smack. Does he usually hold grudges that long? Don't ask me, we haven't known him much longer than you have. What'd he say again? Something like, welcome to Limbus Company, I'm your guide, Virgilius, and all that? Huh, pretty good impression, wasn't it? You got his authoritative tone down to a T, I'll give you that. I had to hold myself back from asking if I could resign it right after joining. I get the feeling the rest of you thought the same. Nonsense! 'Twas a day to go down in history, beckoned by the Red Gaze himself. Truly, there is no honor greater than a color addressing your... Huh, I guess he does have a fan after all. Of course. True that. With their spirits lifted, Rodia and Gregor began to chuckle. That's more talking than necessary. I really do not wish for there to be impetus behind a third rule for this bus ride. Come on, give the employees some room to badmouth their boss. You're being totally petty. Next time, do it out of earshot. I'm more fragile than I look, you see. The stupid smirk, I swear to God. Right, time to get up and at it. I sure hope you come back with the golden bow in your hand this time. I just realized, isn't that like the second time we actually seen him smile? Like ever? He only smiled once in Leviathan. And if we bugger it twice? Who knows? Karen might suddenly forget what button to press open the door for you. Button red, yucky color. You're one daft bloke. Utgan? Utgan. That means shorthand for useless idiotic travelers go in Asan now. Got him. Heathcliff glared at Ryoshu, insults welling up in his throat only to then expel a loud sigh. He resigned uncharacteristically, as if he came to the realization that killing her wouldn't solve anything. I think there was like only one time that he smiled ever in Leviathan. Ryoshu and her acronyms, she's such a chuny, I love it. Oh my god, 16 energy? They're just gonna get more expensive as time goes. Okay, so... Don't worry, you'll get a ton of refills, I know. But I feel like later on though, as we go further into the game, like months from now. Allow me to give a rundown of the plan. Yo, Chinatown. Our primary objective is to infiltrate the casino unsuspected. It will be critical for the successful recovery of the Golden Bow. According to the information we've acquired, the casino has 3 entrances. One for ordinary visitors, one reserved for VIPs, and lastly, the back door used by employees. We'll split into 3 groups of 4 sinners to cover each entrance. 4 of us will disguise as cooperators, 4 will pose as guests, and 4 will play the role of VIPs. Working in smaller groups will certainly draw less attention. Ocean's 12, baby. Wait, there's actually 12 of us. It is wiser to divide rather than unite. Open the envelopes I gave out to confirm the role you've been assigned. Also, the higher-ups expressed concern over our performance. Oh no. They stress that the company's future plans hinge on whether we can retrieve the Golden Bow through this operation. Therefore, we will collaborate on a joint operation. Joint operation? Our partner is a special forces unit consisting of professionals and veterans. I believe they are now monikered the LCC, short for the Limbus Company Clearance Department. Rest assured that they are our betters, at least in espionage operations. I thought 12 people was already a crowd. Guess someone finally realized that more isn't always merrier. Wowzer! I haven't met staff from the teams before. Just where could they be? Ang Lu looked around, expecting Faust to bring them forward for introductions any second. Needless to say, no one showed up like he expected. We'll be heading to the pawn shop. Wow. Limbus 12, perfect. Perfect name. Is pawning still a thing these days? We're in the so-called Pawnbrokers Avenue. Most businesses double as pawn shops here. That place is our rendezvous. Well, let's head inside. Oh god. Who's this? Ain't you too many visitors at once? The shop's cramped as is. Y'all prefer your luck at the draw from trumps or mahjong? Yo, mahjong, let's go! Yo, are we playing mahjong? We actually play mahjong? As we entered the shop, we were met with the gruff greeting of an old pawnbroker. What's that blighter on about? Am I the only one here who read up on SJ? Vergilius gave us a pamphlet to peruse before we left. Well, I think I remember glancing at the cover. Oh my god. Here you'll get loaned different amounts depending on your fortune for the day. If you draw a great boon, you get extra cash, while misfortune means far less than what the pawn is worth. Ah. That reminds me, our family had hired dedicated fortune tellers. They drew a greater boon for me in the divination they performed before I left. That must have been a sign that I would join all of you wonderful people on our journey. Wah. The freaking wah. She really just went wah. Wow, really, so indulging in lofty leisure on your grand estate was your fated life. Maybe I should pray that I'm born that rich if there's a next time. I'm good. It's well off folks like him that tend to play dirty. You might be right. I didn't like to get along with my younger sibling in childhood, always trying to cheat and grouch if things didn't go as desired. No, that's not what I was getting at. Sure you want to get your fortune or not? Forget about that. Do you people even have anything to pawn? I'm not seeing any wealth on you. Damn. The pawnbroker glanced over each center with a dubious look until his eyes landed on me. Oh, that clockhead might be worth a good sum. How much do you think they sell for, old pal? Rodiah, I'm not for sale. As you were likely contacted in advance, we are from Limbus Company, and unfortunately, neither the sinners nor the pawnbroker were paying any attention to Faust's words. Oh no, what's happening with the music? I did bring this handkerchief with me when I left home. It's gonna be super expensive, isn't it? Look at Dawn. Oh, a dragon embroidered in silk. That's a meticulous needlework, which might net, let's see, 7 million on? What? A crummy piece of cloth is worth that much? Have your eyes read it out, old geezer? What? You don't recognize the value of this quality? Now I see. You're wearing a shabby ring like it's true treasure. What did you just say? Jeez, cut it out. Dante, please shut them up. You had us worried, Faust. Amidst the chaos, a most gentle voice softly landed on my ears. Oh, who are these? We were meant to meet each other at 4, but 15 minutes had passed already. Surely you couldn't have forgotten how to read a clock, right? Certainly not. There was little I could do to alter the driver of the bus. Aha, so you're taking a clock person with you to help with the time. I suppose it didn't come with an alarm. The gentle voice was soon followed by one that didn't even attempt to hide their disdain. Come on, that's a little harsh. Let's try to leave better first impressions. I know my voice won't be heard by anyone other than the sinners, but I still can't help but get upset at rude remarks. Oh, so it was you? You guys are the team that botched the golden bow retrieval last time? Folks had high expectations for your team. Well, with some of the smartest people in the city being on it. No wonder. Miss Faust wasn't looking very pleased. My face has remained constant. Hey, what are you standing around for? Go on now. This fellow here isn't also the brainy sort. Don't brush him off. Wait, what? Is Heathcliff saying that he's also brainy? Oh, Yi Sang. Heathcliff gave Yi Sang a sideways glance, but what he got in response was lukewarm. I shall not, as that would be a hollow vaunt. You were a lot more talkative down in that basement? Who are you and what did you do with Yi Sang? I am, and I have always been whom I watch in the mirror. You... Forget it. Our first mission was devised with failure in mind. We needed an opportunity to see what potential our sinners held. Wait, it was? A plan whose purpose is to fail. I could hardly qualify as a proposal. By the way, where is Vergilius? I agreed to assist with the operation mainly for a chance to get to see him. You must have been embarrassed. Imagine accompanying people like these. Is that why he dropped us so far away from the place? Because he was ashamed of us? Doesn't anyone have a thing to say about us being belittled? And won't all the boasting and bluffing not do much if we don't introduce ourselves first? These two will be our cooperators for this mission. They're from the Limbus Company Clearance Department, also known as the LCC. The before team of clearance, please. I'm Saud, and this here is Effie. What, are we supposed to clap or? Wonderful, it's a pleasure. Of course, freaking Honglu. Honglu was the only person on the team welcoming them with the total sincerity. He almost even gave a standing ovation. A good half of the rest stared at the two with cold eyes, and the others wary until introductions were finished. Oh my god, what's happening here? Now for this mission, what is this music? Now for this mission, we'll basically spoon feed you everything. All you have to do is open wide and chew up your simple tasks, check the documents in this envelope, and do precisely what as the paper says. The way Sal dragged out that vowel needled me a bit, but I decided not to argue. Even if I did, the ticking of a clock would be all she'd hear. There's not a lot of joining together at all in this joint operation, is there? You're just telling us to follow from behind. This is insulting. Are they taking us for lubbers or what? Lubbers. Look, manager. We've got to put our foot down and do as they say, I guess? Huh? The document they gave us, they're flawless. Look at this. It has routes drawn out and everything. It's been ages since I saw a plan this clear and meticulous. I feel like Faust is going to be upset of hearing that. Surely. This is certainly indicative of their knowledge in writing up proper plans of operation. This isn't to say that holds a candle to the level of forethought you display, manager. Convinced by Ishmael's commendation, I opened the envelope and carefully read the rundown of the operation. The goal could be summarized as the following. Reach the top floor of the casino. The main reason behind organizing this plan was the first place prize for the table game to be held today. According to the papers, winning the competition held on the top floor of the casino is the only way to gain access to the area with the golden bow. They're actually gambling the golden bow away. Holy crap. Yo, can I just play Mahjong against them? I'd be totally down to play Mahjong against them. Four syndicates that jointly bid on the casino will be playing in this game of chance. Of the four, we will be using the name of the infamous Ting Tang Gang. A name doesn't necessarily reflect the nature of an organization. That's a shallow prejudice. It is unideal for one to choose to see things through the tinted lens that is bias. The Ting Tang Gang, I see. Right. Back to the plan. We'll disguise as the boss of the Ting Tang Gang and win that game of chance. Afterwards, we have to go to the underground floors where the golden bow lies. Leading up to the game, we'll use the items and clothing we can find in pawn shops to disguise as our given roles, enter the casino, and wait for the team on the top floor to win the game. That's about it for the outline of this plan, I think. Hey, wait a second. Won't this entire thing fall apart if our player doesn't win? We've prepared fake identification as well. It's just in case the casino security runs random inspections on visitors. Alright, that's all fine and dandy. But how do you plan to win once you're on the top floor? Be good at Mahjong. What do you think our outfits are for? We practiced for months to pass off as bona fide cropiers? What was that? We'll give you good luck. The game is in your bag. All you need is a pair of functioning eyes. Effie mumbled the last part to himself again while casting a sidelong scowl at our group. People that deal cards. Well, I kind of get that part. I'm just trying to figure out how the hell do you pronounce that? Croupier? Croupier? He's making it painfully obvious he has no faith in us. And how are we gonna take the place of the Ting Tang Gang's boss? We'll put sedatives in the food served at the casino. We've already finished negotiating the details with the head chef. Sedatives. Saudi and Effie wink at each other. It was a gesture demonstrating that the two were ideal partners, able to tell each other's thoughts just from exchanging glances. Hey, dear pawnbroker, we'll be taking a look at the goods on showcase from here to there. Yes? Oh, no, ho, yeah. No, yeah, sure, of course. Please take your time, ma'am. I changed his voice out of there, what the hell? The pawnbroker's attitude took a sharp turn from disdainful to kowtowing. Now then, let's take what we need from the display. Oh my, this is Gupcha's designer brooch, isn't it? Ah, what discerning eyes you have there, sir. This beaut is the mainstay of our shop's catalog. Only 10 of those were ever made, so it's worth this positively My dog used to have one of these on its collar whenever we took it out for walkies. It's so nice to see something that brings back pleasant memories. Oh my god, are you serious? He broke the old man's heart. Oh, I'm down for these cowhide gloves. Whoever had them must have been a fashionista. Please take items that suit what's written in the envelopes. You have roles to play. Pardon, but the envelope I have received says janitor. This must be an error of some sorts. Oh no, Don's upset. Okay, it's good and all, but do you have the money to pay for all this? Worrying about spendings? Who do you think we are, some low-rank hirelings? There's nothing I can't afford using this black card. Dante, what's this about? You told me you can't have prime beef because we don't have the budget? So the rumors were true that teams with notable performances are given a company card with no spending limit. Oh god. Clean it up, Donnie. No! Don is not a Janny, shut up. While everyone was shocked by the proven existence of the fabled black card, a loud voice came from outside. Who the hell is this? Rustic sounding ting-tanger. Oi, dotard. Didn't I say your payment was due today? Someone who clearly belongs to a vicious syndicate entered the pawn shop. Please, give me one more chance. I swear I'll have the money ready. One more? Can't you do basic math? You said the same thing last time. Boss won't like me wasting precious time reteaching you kindergarten, you hear? I'm just a frail old man standing on dottery feet. There's really nothing you'll get out of shaking me down. Pleading with an overtly loud voice, the pawnbroker looked at us. Eh? You're talking back now? Yeah, go on then, get mad. I won't feel so guilty that way. Why does describing someone as a ting-tanger sound like a slur? What guy? Swear to God. In a way, he looked like he was covertly bragging us to help him, based on his expression. It does, what the fuck? Guys, come on, work with me here. Guys, this is the chapter that made a ton of people racist. Come, guys. The sinner's attention was naturally drawn to the ongoing row. What are you looking at? You think I'm playing? Gee, that was so stereotypical, I didn't even get an urge to reply. Can't people be more creative about throwing taunts? Pulse, please.
We don't like ting-tangers here.
I feel like I'm gonna get banned because of you guys. I haven't even said anything. Shouldn't we help out, maybe? Of course Sinclair wants to help out. He's too kind for this world. Alright, the shenanigans starts now. Get ready, Zay. What? Unlike Ishmael, who scoffed at the goon, Sinclair anxiously glanced over. Oh, is this where the going gets tough? We have no choice. The backstreets have their own rules and orders. We aren't the ones to disturb the complex web of their society. Outsiders like us will only cause a bigger scene if we try to step in. Pleased by the sinners choosing to stay away, the goon continued with the extortion. If you ain't got money, why don't you pay your dues and that instead? We keep telling you. Anything but that, please! Is it really okay to leave them be? Shall I settle this dispute for them so it does not bother you, manager? What does that toughster mean by that anyways? A currency more valuable than money exists in this district. It's well known that J-Corp Singularity is a powerful security technology capable of locking anything. Wait, what? Locks are from J-Corp? Like Bina's, one of Bino's weapons? What is less known, however, is the extensive cultural and historical background of the backstreets of Nestjade that led to the Singularity's creation. History? Are you seriously about to lecture us here and now? I was never told about any mandatory education when I joined this company. God damn. Oh, Heathcliff, his brain is mush. In spite of the opposition, Faust went on with her explanation. Here, a technology exists to extract wish power from people, though it's not widely known outside the district since it didn't quite have the generality to be recognized as a singularity. In essence, it's processing luck into a commodity that can be traded, like a form of money. It brought forth the need for a way to stop others from forcibly extracting this wish power, leading to the creation of security technologies that ultimately developed into the singularity we know today. Wait, you could just yoink somebody's luck? You could just harvest somebody's luck, really? That actually seems kind of broken. Gee whiz, Faust. Must be tiring having to teach these dunces in ways they can't get it. It's fine, this was with my help me. I'm starting to lose the ability to speech. Give me 1 second. It's fine. This was within my anticipated scenario. I get the feeling that I would probably if I was in this place, I would probably win it big and then just lose everything. There's no in between with me for some reason. I lose once in Mahjong during the prediction, and then after that, I just win big, like all the time. And then I win on stream in Mahjong for the prediction, and then I just start losing like crazy. There's no in between. You mean like you did in Limbus rolls? Yeah, exactly. For the first 100 rolls, I got really lucky.
So everyone in the city can pull a Vriska Circuit and gank luck?
Vriska Circuit and gank luck? Just mug people of their luck? I don't like the way you say that. Come on now, gather the items to help with your disguises so we can leave. Saudi flapped the document full of scheduled plans to emphasize that we'd be busy. We're salaried workers, not heroes fighting for justice. Wait, not that word! A bad feeling rushing through my head prompted me to count the sinners I could see. That does not align with a certain someone's beliefs. Oh no. And it's one that would severely provoke her principles. Ishmael seems to have noticed what I meant and hurriedly look around. Thou darest try to pilfer the valuables of others? This behavior can only be seen as wholehearted villainy. Don, no! Oh no, Don Quixote! He's saying her name like she's a villain, but it was a moment too late. Don Quixote had already sprinted forward and was swinging her lance at the ting-tanger who gripped the pawnbroker by the collar. Whack! Caught completely unaware, the goon was hit on the head with the blunt side of her lance. Knocked out on the floor in a frisky swing, the fainted goon became the center of attention for all of us inside the pawn shop for a solid minute. For your information, keeping the sinners in check is not part of my job description. That would be the job of this person here. Don't give me that look. There's nothing in my abilities to keep her under control. I couldn't stop myself from defending my position even when I was aware that my voice wouldn't reach anyone besides the sinners. Oh well, it's not like my defense would have made them look any less baffled towards me if they could hear it. Oh. The pawnbroker was the only one chuffed by this turn of events. Great work, madam. Serves the hooligan right. But I'll say, you could have walked them a tad harder, maybe. For Gilius advised me that while I am free to deliver justice unto villains, I must do so without unduly involving irrelevance in our mission. Thus, I showed moderation. She's so proud of herself. Her proud expression never looked so provoking. Uh-huh. So you remembered his words and still leapt forward? 'Twas a necessary action to stay true to my creed. Please understand my virtuous violence. Not to kill the mood, but that ruffian isn't actually dead, right? I thought you wanted her to get straight to wallops, old sport. I did. But things would get fairly complicated if the Eurodivi showed up, you know. Eurodivi? What are they doing here? No, forget that. Why are you worrying about them? He's a part of this group, isn't he? Not up to date with the news, are you, ma'am? They've been causing trouble here for months now. Yeah, she's literally actually like, this is too relevant for her. This picture right here. This is just too relevant for Dawn specifically. Look at her go on the left. Everybody's kind of just standing around there, but sweet Jesus, Dawn is zooming. I don't know how he also got that collar on the roach, by the way. Are they villains as well? Oh, they're villains to us humble merchants for sure. They were going on and about, what was it, roughing up greedily peddlers, keeping money to themselves, and giving it to those who need it. Distributing something, they said. The redistributions of wealth. Oh, they're commies! Oh my god. Ah, that's it, yes! Hey, Mayor Salt actually said something. How often do we see Mayor Salt, seriously? Ah, that's it, yes. Those scoundrels are robbing us poor saps of what little wealth we have. And they don't even do the dirty work themselves. It's always the local brutes they send. Can you believe it? Anywho, life has been hard for us because of those self-righteous bunches. Looked like they were here to find something at first, but all they do now is squeeze money out of us. I just realized, shouldn't we take our leave now? More toughies from the Ting Tang gang might be coming this way. It seemed like Rodaya deliberately cut off the pawnbroker in a hurry, but had little time to think about the implications. The gang member Don Quixote, knocked out, began to flinch as though to get back up soon. Ah, what a hassle. You're making the problem bigger than it had to be. Hey, Muffin and Sable, was it? Don't be so tart now. There are plenty of pawn shops around here, Knight. We can always find a different. It's Effie and Soud. Please don't mistake our names for confections. In your statement that there are plenty of pawn shops in the vicinity won't mean much. When said pawn shops, notice the trouble happening here and close. Don Quixote! Oh. I think he was saying that angrily. Wait, was that a honk? Wait, did he honk? Was that a horn? Oh, God. You can't. He has no dialogue, damn it. I'm getting tired of lecturing these idiots on every little thing. We should just leave. I'm wondering, guys, if he did not have a voice, would you guys mistake him for a girl? If there was no voice actor for Effie, would you mistake them for a girl? I think I understand where Virgilius looked tired all the time. Yeah, I think at this point you could slowly start to sympathize with Virgil. Right as I tried to leave, someone wearing similar thuggish clothes to the ones we just knocked out, with a face that looked just as rough, stormed into the shop. Oh my god, look at that face. Hey, Codger, have you seen our little wee Slimmy? Wee Slimmy? Just what's going on here? We did our best to pretend to be innocent customers who just happened to be in the pawn shop at the wrong time. However, in an unfortunate concurrence of events, the goon came back to their senses. Who did this? Tell me now. That bean is gonna regret the day they grew stems. Over there, that red time puss. Wait, what? Me? Me? The direction that finger was pointing was simply too unambiguous for me to pretend otherwise. Plus, there's no point in denying that I was meant by red time puss, as I'm sure there would be literally no one else matching that description in this entire district. Just so you don't get the wrong idea, I have nothing to do with these people or what happened here. I was just about to bring a towel to cool this poor fellow's head. Oh my god, this freaking pawnbroker. That smarmy gaffer. I had no expectations for him in the first place, but that man really has a shaky reed for his backbone. Although the pawnbroker was switching sides in a heartbeat and the finger-pointing clock slander over something I wasn't responsible for too hurt me a little, I was determined to stand firm. Frijolitos over there? Wait, Frijolitos? Out of all the funny like 80s and or like 70s and 60s words that they've been saying, Frijolitos I have never heard, mostly because it was clear that we had to run right now. If I kept letting small things bother me, I would be reduced to a pulp sooner rather than later. That's beans in Spanish? Frijolitos? Oh my god, you're right. Guys, my brain is like so lightheaded right now. I can't think properly. Ugh, no need to run. Let's just kill them all and be done with it. What's next? You're gonna wipe out the whole syndicate? That doesn't sound too bad, freaking Ryoshu. The forces of evil must be uprooted with haste in order to raise the banner of justice high. Zay doesn't know beans. Isn't that frijoles? I'm pretty sure frijoles is bean, isn't it? Yes, frijoles. So what, did he do like a slang version of frijoles? It's frijoles as beans. So is there seriously no one on your team who's in their right mind? Ishmael looked insulted by this remark and seemed to be thinking of a counter argument, but the Ting Tang goons arming themselves were a more pressing matter. Frijole plus ito, diminutive suffix. Let's get out of here first. He actually honked. He honks. He actually honks. Oh my god, he has a built-in horn. As Saud predicted, all the pawnbrokers were busy closing their street entrances to avoid trouble. Hey, you prick, stop right where you're standing. You think you can get away with messing with our family, tiny fave? What's with brutish syndicates and their pretend families? Is that the only thing they can think of to bond with each other? Look at that bump you made on our precious youngin's head. Good gracious, this was not part of the plan. Effie clutches his forehead as if it were aching. I thought about goading him to keep some headache pills at hand if this was enough to cause him pain, but I refrained. Dante was really like, you think this is bad? My lack of a head would have made the message far less impactful anyways. You two, you thought we were worthless scum until now, didn't you? I know you've been seeing our group as a sewage full of waste. I don't think anyone spoke of us that harshly, Altus. Have you not wondered why we have been charged with the momentous mission of claiming golden bows instead, despite that? Well, why is that? Even Effie seemed to be taken aback by Altus's imposing attitude. Although I won't disagree that the others are rubbishes drenched full of foul water. No, seriously, you're the only one who says that. Altus has nothing good to say about the group, I swear to god. This is her true self. Oh, that's what Miss Altus had been thinking all this time. Look at that face. That is like the face that like a nugget makes when they're going insane. I have remained undefeated and our manager is capable of resuscitating us, making us practically incapable of death. Why are you pointing this out again? In fact, just the two of us should be sufficient, though that weasel Vergilius seems to disagree. The point is, these detrites won't be scrapped even after countless battles. They will come back as the exact same piles of trash they were before death. That was a very inspiring way of reaffirming that we're living, breathing garbage to you. Morons. Enemies are approaching. Are you prepared, manager? Greg and Rod is like the parents of this whole mess of a crew, honestly. Rodion? I wouldn't really say really Rodion. Greg and Faust. I would say Greg and Faust. It said 218, right? Is 218 in the dungeon then? This doesn't look long enough to hit all the way up to 18. It goes up. Oh no. They made for pathetic foes. That was absolutely nothing. The Ting Tang gang had tight control over this area. This is not going to be the end of... Oh boy. Just then, more Ting Tangers began showing up from the street corners. Who's such a haracots to mess with us? We are the proud soldiers of Limbus. Effie quickly covered Don Quixote's mouth. Have you lost it? Do you want the entire district after us? More coming. Give us your command, manager. That was a really fast cutscene. Don't say Ting Tang with the hard R. Oh my god. I swear to god, you guys. Bro, you just can't say Ting Tang with the hard R. Don really provoked a gang war. Bodied. This game has some meaty hits. I know the sound is so good in this. Damn it, they just won't stop coming. We'll all wear our lives out before we can even take a step inside the casino. Don't fret, Heathcliff. As long as the manager's with us, we won't die from fatigue or other things. That's not the point at all, shithead. Wait, did he actually just censored it? The solution is simple. Any organization can be brought down by disposing its leader. With the head gone, the meat supporting it will break apart. You're the only one speaking my tongue here. I'm proper myth, so let's go break some bones. Head, whatever. Hence, onward we travail. Wait, come back here. Wait, are they actually going in? This is the crowd you're supposed to accompany, Faust? Life is full of mysteries. That perhaps is what makes it an ideal reflection, no? This guy loves talking about mirrors. Tell me where your gaffer is. I want to see him now. Heathcliff grabbed a mook by the collar and shook it about violently. To me, it looked as if anything still conscious had left already. And maybe even more than that. The Sea Heart is gonna be at the Car Pagoda. The what? Where the hell is that? Makes sense! It's probably the scrapyard nearby. Really though, are you actually planning to take down the gang's boss? Yusang is constantly making Yusang puns in Korean? Really? Faust is so proud of her idiots because they're so strong. Look at them. Like, look at Dawn. That won't be reflected in your employee performance review or anything, you know? He's not sharp enough to calculate such things into his actions. He's waste, bearing little relation to schemes or plots. On the other hand, he flirts closely with nonsense. No, I do think that makes sense. Nothing to worry about, Effie. We always keep a plan B, don't we? Saudi spoke with a serene face. However, I could see her consciously trying to maintain calm from time to time, giving me reason to suspect that she's putting on a veil of kindness. If disguising into your given roles is out of the question, you could all get up as members of the Ting Tang gang instead. That way, you won't arouse much suspicion moving in a large group, and you'll be able to reach the top floor without much trouble. And we could siphon some wish power from Ting Tang gang while we're at it. Is that what Hong Lu's outfit is? The identity? It's the Ting Tang gang? Yeah, oh yeah, look at that. It does say Ting Tang gang leader. Huh, amazing. Let me see. Oh my god, it does go up. Jesus Christ, it does go up. Oh god. It's massive. A gaggle of Ting Tankers. Oh my god. Oh, come hither, fellows, and lend me your gazes. What is all this? Cars are heaped upon each other as if to form a tower. Sombre? The structures that seemed tower-like at a distance were actually cars stacked upon each other. This casino is actually built in a car scrapyard, my god. Why are so many piled up like this? Oh, have some scripts upon their windshields. It must have been their family's writings. This one says, I miss you. The owners are coming back soon for them, right? Not a chance. Even if they did return for the casino, they wouldn't be in the right state to happily reunite with their loving families. Well, to play the auxiliary role of your tour guide, this here is the hidden landmark of the street. The bitter end of gamblers, and this served as a stepping stone for the Ting Tang gang to amass wealth and power by dealing used cars. So Radaya, you've been to places like this pretty often, right? Got anything to add? Bet you could tell us some pretty interesting trivia. Don't know, don't remember a thing. I decided to forget all about the past and focus on what's in front. And I would be able to keep that self-promise, if not for irritants like them. Oh, freaking music just immediately kicks in as they show up. Oi, Bonin! What do you think you are to goof around our turf? Or what? You here to sell your car? No way, we mount an omnibus. We don't deal in organs though. Well, I guess a pair of eyes with pupils especially colored as yours might sell. No, not Don's eyes. So you have come to the right place. We are here for your leader. Imagine this little pipsqueak like talking to you like his head height. You're pretty bold in facing a gang. Who do you work for? We serve under An awkward silence passed. I asked you a question. Don't stop midway. Wait, she actually reserved herself? Wait, really? Did she actually hold herself back? One of the best Dawn moments is coming soon. Oh, it gets even better. We have our own Angela, and that's Faust. Faust is not the same as Angela. Faust is not the same as Angela, like, at all. Not even close. Faust is basically just Angela too. No, she's not. No, she's not. Faust is pretty. I have to suppress my entire chat. I swear to God. This is the first PM game. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. Play Lobotomy Corporation. Read the manual. I believe in you. What's up? Boss, some Fasol who haven't even told where they're from rolled into town all of a sudden. Who sent ya? The way your dress tells me it ain't Los Habaneros or the Butchers. Habaneros? Bro, wait, are these actual Mexicans? Wait, what? Huh? I'll give you a chance to grovel for forgiveness. Do that, I'll let you leave with your limbs in tow. We should gladly part if you were to take off your clothing for us. It makes it sound kind of weird. Boss, I think they might be the odd pods who people have been talking about. You know, rumored to fandangle with people's odors. Bean-hating Ting Tang. Mate, they're called the Ting Tang game. I was not expecting them to be Mexicans. There's no, what? Disgusting bunch. Let me tell you, there's no way to live. Now, our assumed big boss of the gang is looking at us with genuine disgust. I have not wanted to win a fight as desperately as I do now. The ego didn't go off because Target died. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, tarred little roaches. Who the hell do you work for? It's about time you told us. We are from Limbus Company. What is this? Oh god, no. The writing, it's getting dissolved into cape shit. No, please, this isn't Marvel. Please, you're better than this Project Moon. Finally, one less milestone around the neck. That doesn't help at all. Oh, and for reference, Effie and I work in a different department. Please don't associate us with them. Sort of got it. The sheer frustration over our aversion to conversing sensibly must have played a considerable role in causing the boss to pass out. My condolences to the poor fellow's patience. Do we seriously have to wear these though? Stuff reeks of sweat and blood and smells grody too. Shut up, Pulse.
I love when Gregor went it's limb in time and Limbus all over the Ting Tangas.
Rudaya complained, lifting the shirt she took from a Ting Tang member with 2 fingers like she was handling trash. Ugh, some hair too. This is the first time I'm jealous of Dante's missing eyes. I can see, by the way. This looks pretty dandy, actually. I guess their business is more successful than I thought. I want that, Bagsy. I can't. It's been tailor-made. The label here says it's good for all girths. Noticing that my gaze was fixed on the label of his clothing, Effie barked. We wouldn't be doing any of this if you hadn't caused that ruckus in the pawn shop. I don't mind. I've always wanted to try on clothes like these. It's like we're filming a movie. To be honest, I'm a little nervous. It's been a while since I've worked in disguise. I don't feel like it. This is the coward's way. Sorry, but can someone please keep her mouth shut? She looks like she's on the verge of breaking down, I swear. You're free to try as long as you're good with your ribs being cut apart. Gregor's softly spoken riposte got the sinners to crack up. Really? Crack? They all laughed about it? Oh my god. It's like the ending of a cartoon from like the 80s. For a moment, Effie and Sade seemed to wonder how they should take it. Before deciding that it's not worth mulling over and moving on, Effie then lifted a small container that appeared to be inlaid with necray? This is a wish canister we sieged from the Ting Tang Gang's boss. Manager, here's a simple role you can play. What are you? I guess we owe an explanation, judging from your clueless motions. The long and short of it is that this thing contains J-Corp's other singularity. This is a tool that sucks up wishes from people and stores them in some form of energy. When the time is right, squeeze that wish power onto a sheer of paper and voila! You get a one-use stick-on tattoo that boosts your luck to high heavens. I love watching the gang bumble through the city. Mate, it's like literally 24/7 they're bumbling through the city. From driving the bus non-stop where they don't even know what parking is, to them going into pawn shops causing a ruckus. How did you pronounce that word just now? Why? Because I pronounced it correctly? Seems the plan was to try to win the game on the top floor by scraping up others' luck. Imagine the boss of some lowly gang was carrying one of these. Manager Dante, right? I want you to hold on to this when we enter the casino. Voila? Voila? Is it? It's voila, isn't it right? That's voila! Voila? Voila. It's voila! It's voila! What do you fucking...
Voila.
It's what? It's voila? Am I really allowed to carry such a big responsibility? You don't look like you're oozing confidence. We do have reasons for assigning you to this task. First off, a poker face is going to be vital when you're gambling. No matter how good they are at reading expressions, they won't be able to tell what emotions to read from a clock. Second, I trust that they've appointed you as manager for a reason. Call it a hunch, but something tells me you'll be more useful than those sinners you're leading. Say is distorting? Shut up, don't worry about it. Shut up, shut up. I'm not. It's... God, I can't. I'm gonna keep saying voila. Watch. Come to think of it, he had a point. I was given the title of manager, but never had a chance to be the charismatic leader I'd envisioned. Instead of showing respect, my sinners would constantly berate and threaten me. The only real role I could afford to play was bringing them back to life. While the sinners were engaged in fierce battle, all I would do was cower behind them, anxiously praying that their heads and hearts were unscathed. With a heavy heart, I nodded to let him know I was ready. Right, put this on your arm. You'll become the luckiest person in the city for a short while. Now then, you'll act as Ting Tangers, and we'll be croupiers? Break a leg, everyone. Zay suffering core meltdown and brain. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna turn into a disgusting like robotic monster with tentacles coming out and stuff. I won't. I'll be fine. I swear. Can't just say that I fucking hate this chapter, I swear to God. Oh my God. Vowing that we'll see this operation to success no matter what. We opened the door to the casino. Yay, we made it to the casino, guys. Woo! Jesus Christ.